Hello world, welcome to Becoming Tera, a transition vlog that I'm starting about my transition. So I'm starting this transition vlog because it might be nice for people to see my transition. I feel like the concept's kind of self-explanatory. So, about me. My chosen name is Tera. I wanted to start a transition blog because I am terrified of the sound of my own voice and the way that I look. And I have been wanting to do some kind of YouTube videos for a long time, but I have always been intimidated because of dysphoria. Because I hate the way that I look and sound, I could not commit to a full YouTube channel where I just make videos like this and pretend that that's normal and don't talk about how I'm trans. And I don't know. I would not want to make a YouTube channel that doesn't feature the fact that I'm trans, because then my audience is going to expect me to be this forever, and it's going to be an awful shock when I am not this. So I figured a good way to start out making content would be to do a transition blog, because then I can grit my teeth and tell myself it's for posterity. And so I told myself that I could do this if it would have an impact on trans people in the future. And I was really inspired by the Vlog Brothers. I've seen some videos of Hank Green and John Green, and I really like them. And so I thought to myself, well, maybe I can do a vlog. Maybe I can handle that. And so this vlog, Becoming Tera, is about more than just my physical transition. It's really about being someone that I don't want to be and moving every day to be a little bit closer to the person I do want to be. And also, I just, I don't know, I want to put myself out on the internet because, I guess ultimately because I'm scared that I will die and nobody will have known me. Maybe putting videos out on the internet, maybe that means that some part of me outlived me. We're probably going to do a lot of weird existential things here. So, scope of the project. I would go absolutely bonkers if I told myself that this channel that I'm starting today is going to be my career and I'm going to be doing this forever and ever for the end of time. I would absolutely nitpick everything about every video and I would never release anything. So for my sanity, I'm telling myself this is a project with limited scope and I'm just trying to get it done. And that is what success means, just getting the video on the internet. That is how I'm going to cope with the fact that this video is going to be absolute garbage. But it won't end until at least until I am living full-time as a woman and until I've had bottom surgery. Because I think for a transition blog, those are two things that need to be in it. I would like for this community to be a family-friendly space, but it is going to be a little bit PG-13 for a couple reasons. One, I'm going to be talking about what it's like to be a trans person in the United States. And that's fucking awful. So I'm going to drop some F-bombs every now and again. And in order to properly document my transition, I'm also going to show some skin. Nothing like sexual, but like I want people to see the changes in my body so that they can know that they also have hope if they look like this. Yeah, so that's a thing that's going to happen, and again, it's for posterity, it's for science. I hate the thought of it, honestly. I haven't shaved. Dysphoria hoodie, just depression all over me, right? And I could have shaved. I could have put on some makeup to make this first video, but I didn't because I want you all to see the true starting point. Like, my voice is very masculine. I still have facial hair. I have a beer belly kind of thing going on. Like, I've got hair on every inch of my body. This is not glamorous. Even if you are a trans person and you look like this, there is hope for you. This is going to be really depressing if I start a transition blog and then eventually give up on transitioning. That would be depressing. But we're not going to talk about that. We're going to assume that my transition turns out beautiful in the end, and that everyone on the internet is going to be jealous of me, and anyone watching this and seeing kind of the before and after is going to be like, yeah, if you can do it, I can do it. Because honestly, I don't feel like I can do it all of the time. It takes a lot of effort, and I'm exhausted. And if you're there, too, hopefully this turns out to be a good story with a good ending, and you can also look at my story and say, yeah, I can do this. I think that there are people out there who may see some of these influencers who are trans and who do a transition journey, and they think, like, wow, they already looked so feminine when they started. But I look at where they started and the resources that they had, and they started young, they had affirming parents, they had good health care, and it's like, well, of course you can pull off being trans and being beautiful. And I have homophobic parents, and I'm 26. So I actually, a couple years ago, I started on estrogen. And I was on estrogen for like a couple months. And then I lost access to healthcare. And so I, for the past like 2 years, had been on estrogen before. And now I'm not. And that's depressing. So you start on this journey of like being a woman full time. Then the rug gets ripped out from under you. And I have a job where I have health insurance, finally. I will actually have the health insurance in a couple months. It's really only like a month away at this point. And I can start the transition journey again. Like, I don't feel like I have all of those advantages that some of these other creators have. Hopefully, you're going to look at me and you're going to say, wow, if Tera could do it, I can do it. And some people, their situation is going to be worse than mine because I don't have the worst life. Where I'm at right now is a pretty good place. And so my plan is to upload weekly. Obviously not all of them, there's not enough transition related content to do weekly uploads. So I'm going to do some other stuff. Could do some like food related videos. Prior to this project, I wanted to do a series on like vegan food, but I just hated the way that I sounded. But maybe if my audience already knows that I'm trans and that this look isn't permanent, maybe I could have the courage to do some like food videos or something. I could do makeup tutorials. I'm very bad at makeup, but that's something I'm going to have to learn. I don't know. There's a lot of different things that I could do on this channel. If I actually ever get followers and they want other kinds of content, I suppose I could see myself doing like some Twitch streaming or something. I don't know. But I'd like to upload at least one vlog video a week. I should do like the YouTuber outro, right? Like the YouTubers say, smash that like button, obliterate that subscribe button, and nuke the notification bell from orbit. See ya, soldier. That was awesome.